Also, is this Nicholas speaking to me or someone else? So let's see what they say. All right, guys, today the cryptocurrency world was hit by the big news that Google is going to be following in the footsteps of Facebook and banning all adverts related to cryptocurrencies from June this year onwards. A spokesman for the company said, "We don't have a crystal ball to know where the future is going to go with cryptocurrencies, but we've seen enough consumer harm or potential for consumer harm that it's an area that we want to approach with extreme caution." Now, I am all in favor of big companies like Google and Facebook and regulators like the FCA doing more than what they've been doing so far to protect consumers from things like these dodgy ICO scams and so on. However, I think having a blanket ban on all cryptocurrency advertising is only going to hinder the industry and hold back some of the good companies that are out there. And also, that's not even mentioning the fact that Google are being very, very hypocritical here, but that's something I'll come on to in just a moment. Before that, I just wanted to remind you about a video we had last year. It was around the summertime and it was all about this topic of the trading scams. We called it Trading Catfish. If you haven't seen it already, the link is in the description box of this video. But at the end of that video, we invited you to submit your companies and people that you wanted us to investigate, because we were going to try and crack down on some of these people and see what their game is, see what they're all up to. We did have one recently, which I wanted to show you now. Let's run BT. So we've been waiting for a catfish to appear. We had a few different options of who we could investigate. And just today we were talking about it when suddenly we get notifications from a certain the Duomo Initiative Financial Education. Now, none of us remember making these comments, but it says, in reply to other people's comments, contact me via email at binaryoptions773@gmail.com. So I think we should investigate. We have a little profile under the name of Andrew Windsor, so we're going to get in touch with them via Gmail and see what they have to say for themselves. Now, when I mentioned a moment ago that I think Google are being a little bit hypocritical, this is one of those reasons. Because YouTube is obviously owned by Google. Now, if Google are wanting to protect consumers, they should probably stop people being able to create fake profiles, pretending to be a person or a company, and then contacting people in the comment section on videos and asking them to email them. We've spoken to Google and we've asked them to close down these channels, and yet when you go and see them again, they're still open, they're still able to contact people. So something's not happening here. Anyway, let's go back and see what happened next. Okay, so before we had these email exchanges with someone and we kind of figured out that they were a bit of a scam. So this time, if it's the same person doing it again, which it was a couple of times before, then they'll already know this profile, but we're going to send them an email. It was binaryoptions773, binaryoptions773@gmail.com. And subject will be Duomo, because they'll pretend to be us, do you think?
Yep.
So we'll say, "Hi, Mr. Duomo." So it has to be realistic. What should we say to him?
So I am looking for some advice.
For some advice on how to trade binary options. I look forward to hearing from you urgently. Kind regards, Andrew Windsor. Poor Andrew Windsor, whoever he is. It's not going to be happy about this. Send?
Yeah,
anything
send
to add
it.
there? Okay.
Send it.
Now we have to wait and see what happens. Now this is obviously all about binary options. They're trying to get me to sign up for some binary options system or broker or something like that. And you know, this is no surprise. You already know my views on binary options if you've been on this channel for a while. I don't approve of them. There are a lot of scams out there, so I'm not surprised that they're running a scam to do with binary options. But earlier when I was talking about cryptocurrencies, please for a second don't think that I'm defending it completely, because I do know that there are scam companies out there to do with Bitcoin and ICOs. And in fact, earlier today, a member of our team received a text message to do with one of these Bitcoin initiatives or systems. So first of all, they were a bit surprised to be receiving a text message in the first place, because they didn't recall signing up for anything like this. So they were intrigued and they clicked further. And you can see when they clicked on the link, they got this landing page, learn how to make 1 Bitcoin a day. And the company or whatever it's called is 1 Bitcoin a day. And you can see the website there, consistentprofits.co. Sounds reasonable, sounds legit. However, they then scrolled down and looked at this registration page. Your name, your email, start now. Sounds promising, maybe tempted to put your details in there. until they read what was on the rest of the page. Because when they scrolled down and looked at that copyright message at the bottom, they saw what was perhaps a bit of a Freudian slip. Because that doesn't say what the company's name is there. That says 1 Bitcoin a day. I don't know if it's a Freudian slip and maybe they're completely innocent, but these things do exist and we need to be very careful of who we're giving our details to online and who we're communicating with. But anyway, let's see what happened next in our little story. All right, guys, it's about an hour since that first message. Let's get the microphone on. And we just got a reply in the inbox after about an hour. So I haven't opened it yet. I don't know what it says. Let's check it out together. So do you want to come round and we'll have a look at this one? So you can see that we have this first email exchange from last year with whatever scammer it was before, pretending to be me, and we had that whole email exchange. We'll maybe show that at some point as well. But now we're going to open this next one. So here we go. Nice, huge font there that he's got there. Hello, Andrew. I hope you're doing well. I would like to know what strategies and brokers you have tried, and please indicate where you are chatting from. So we're going to send him a little reply there. So I'm going to say, hi, sir. Let's be polite to him. Nice to be polite. Hi, sir. I have used some martingale strategies on binary options, but haven't made money yet. I have used a few different brokers. I am in the UK. Do you recommend a specific broker? Where are you messaging from? Let's see what they say. Also, is this Nicholas speaking to me or someone else? So let's see what they say. I think that's a pretty straightforward reply. I think that's what someone would reply in this sort of situation. Just do a bit of due diligence and we'll see where we get to with that, and then we'll push a bit further and see if we can find out location, find out what their intentions are, find out what the process is of how they're actually looking to get people's money off them. And by doing all of that, we can hopefully figure out how to avoid these sort of people in the future. So what we're going to do, kind regards, Andrew. Hit the send button. So obviously this does seem quite funny to be contacting someone that's impersonating me, but it's also quite worrying. And this is something that Google does need to crack down on properly. There are so many things that they could do to get rid of these sort of profiles, but it just doesn't seem like they're doing it. So of course it's admirable that they're trying to do something to protect consumers, but having a blanket ban on cryptocurrency adverts is only holding back the industry. And in fact, a few weeks ago, I was speaking to someone who's heavily involved in that industry, and they said it's putting off a lot of companies from starting up in that industry because they spend all this money investing in something only for the rug to be pulled from underneath their feet and they have no business left because the rules change or something gets banned. So instead, big companies like this and regulators need to crack down on the bad actors in the industry and not the good companies that are trying to push things forward. But anyway, I don't want to hold on for too long. Let's go and see what happened next in our story and conclude this nightmarish journey we've been on. All right, so it's been quite a few days. In fact, I think it's getting close to 2 weeks since that initial exchange. And since then, we've had a bit of a conversation going on and we've had a recent response. So I wanted to just talk you through what's been going on. And I'm not sure if I expect them to be replying anymore. So this might be the end of it, but let's see. So first of all, we were asking them to prove that they were, that they were me. They said, I emailed them saying, is it Nicholas that I'm speaking to? Are you able to prove it's you? And they said, yes, it is me. They talked to me about how I can open an account with them. So I said, do you have any proof that is definitely you? Keeping in mind that, of course, they're saying that they're Nicholas Puri, but I know for a fact that I am Nicholas Puri. So I know it's not them because otherwise I'd be talking to myself. Unless this is some kind of like Fight Club type thing and I'm Tyler Durden as well as being myself and I'm going to end up having a fight with myself at the end of all of this. But otherwise, if that's not the case, then this person definitely is not me. So when they said, do you have any proof? What proof do you need? Then they said, over here, this is my website. Because of course, only Nicholas Puri would know his website. It's not public knowledge or anything. But I said, that isn't proof. So they went on to say, what proof do you need, my friend? LOL. This is a picture of me. And there's a cringy picture of me, myself, in our office that we had in Epsom, taking a selfie late at night on a Friday. That was about 2 or 3 years ago, I think. So definitely not me now. I don't have a beard like that. It's getting there, but it's not quite. I think I looked a bit slimmer back then as well. So okay, they also sent me this video. They called it lectures, but when I played it, it's actually just a video from my own Instagram from when we did our live event last March. So again, I said, Nicholas, sorry if it really is you, but can you send me something that would really show it as you? Because anyone can find a photo or a video online. Can you send me a screenshot or a photo of something signed? And then they go on to show me a chart because only Nicholas Puri can send a chart. So then they obviously got a little bit annoyed by this. And they said, and I'm going to speak word for word what they said here, please, if this isn't enough proof, I will advise you stop contacting me. I am now suspecting you need the proof to convince someone else. It's not a must to work with me. If your heart doesn't trust what you are doing, follow it and stop stressing me. I have a lot of traders to attend to. Nicholas Puri is a busy guy. So I just sort of clarified, I'm not convincing anyone else. I'm not suspecting that it's not you, blah, 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 and just asking for more details. They didn't reply for a while, but 4 days ago, which was 4 days after my last reply to them, they said, hello, sorry for the late response. I was out of the country. I will get back to you soon. So I wonder what country Nicholas Puri's in. So when I was talking to the team about this, then they were saying, what is it that you're actually waiting for? Like, why do you want them to send proof? What you expect them to send? And I said, like, I just want something signed because I want to see how they're going to imitate the signature or something like that. I want to see how creative or imaginative they can be, how much they can shoot themselves in the foot and how fraudulent they're going to be. And Harley sent me this picture of what he expects they're going to send next. So stay tuned, we might see that they send an email with something similar to this in the future. So basically, the moral of the story is that you need to be really, really careful about who you're communicating with online, especially in this industry. And if someone's contacting you claiming to be me or from the Duomo initiative in general, then that will always be from an email address ending at duomoinitiative.com. Be very careful that the email address that the things are coming from is from that, and also the email address you're replying to is at duomoinitiative.com. So if someone's contacting you from a Gmail account or anything like that, you could just ignore them or maybe play some games in them like we did today. So this has sort of been a public service announcement, and I'm sure there'll be more to come. If you didn't see the last video about this, like I said, it's a funny one. Check the link in the description box. If you like this video, it's a little bit lighthearted, then hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos about the financial markets, trading, and all kinds of other things. I'll see you in the next video. And online, no one knows if the person's actually Nicholas Puri or not. I mean, I would even doubt if this is Nicholas Puri, to be honest. I look in the mirror some days and doubt if I'm really myself. It's a bit like Spartacus. Everyone thinks they're Nicholas Puri, but you need to really cut through the shit and figure out, is this person actually Nicholas Puri? If the name that they've got there is not Nicholas Puri, but binary options, definitely don't be the catfish yourself. Otherwise, you might get catfished in return by the Duomo catfish hunters. What was the name we were going to go for?